Hey, what's up, everybody? Brockman here. I'm with TJ. It's
What up,
Tuesday. It's Power 5. It's rankings. It's lists. We're doing the thing. TJ, you want to start this week? I never ask you if you want to start. Do you want to start?
You can go ahead. I like finishing it up
All
and
right,
sending
cool.
this
I'm
home.
going to finish up, and you're going to like what I have to say. Number 5, I got the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh.
Let me tell you what. 3-0 with Cooper Rush, who I think should be the starter if he goes 6-0 into the bye week. And they got a really great defense. They're awesome. They don't give up a lot of points, and they're playing really well and efficient. The run game is looking really sharp, and Cooper Rush is doing one thing and one thing that he needs to do. He's not turning the ball over, which means victories, which means number 5 on my Power 5.
Like that.
Number 4, another team that's won 3 straight games, the Green Bay Packers. Now, it's not the prettiest, but they're playing really well on defense. Aaron Rodgers is still getting accustomed to his new weapons catching the ball, but the run game is still there. Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, and I like what Green Bay's doing there, number 4. Number 3, this might shock you, TJ. I dropped them down. I don't know why. I got the Philadelphia Eagles.
What?
I dropped them down. I know they're the lone unbeaten team. They're 4-0. But there was just something about it. I did like the way they clawed back. They were down 14-0 hole at home to Jacksonville. I think the rain had a lot to do with it. They're playing well on defense. Jalen Hurts has been awesome. A.J. Brown has been awesome. Devontae Smith has been awesome. I don't know. I just thought they would blow out the Jags, and it wasn't that impressive as the wins that these 2 other teams had. Number 2, the Buffalo Bills. They went into Baltimore, got into a huge hole, jacked up on defense. Josh Allen brought them all the way back, and they stole a win. That was really, really impressive to me. Again, in the weather, they need to find a run game. They can't just let Josh Allen throw it 60 times a game. That is not going to be sustainable. But I like what they did. It was really impressive, and I have them number 2. Number 1, I said it on Overreaction Monday, and I actually believe it. I think the Chiefs are the best team in football right now. I don't care that they lost the game. I think Patrick Mahomes is the MVP right now. It was really impressive what they did. Tampa's defense had been awesome through the first 3 weeks, and they went in and punked them. It was 28-10, and that game was over. Really, really impressive. Travis Kelce looks rejuvenated, and Patrick Mahomes is getting everyone involved, and they're running the football as well. I think the Chiefs are number 1, TJ. What say you?
Well, I like the way you started off your list, Chris, and unfortunately I don't have them in mind, but I like where your head's at. Coming in at number 5, I've got the Dolphins. Look, I know Tua is out right now, but the fact of the matter is this team has won 11 of their last 13 games, right? They've been balling. I have a sneaky suspicion that Raheem Mostert is going to start becoming a factor coming up. We know Teddy Two Gloves is probably going to get at least the next start for them. I think they're going to keep rolling. They're going to keep swimming along the fins. So I'm gonna put them at number 5, and I'm gonna keep them there for this week. And also, Chris, something just to let people know, you and I kind of look at these top 5s a little differently, right? Like for me, I kind of, until we get into the meat of the season, after 3 or 4 weeks, you only really have the records to go by, right? So that's kind of how I look at this. Now, come like week 7, week 8, then we'll really dive into, if a team doesn't have a better record, then they'll be ahead of another team. I don't have that right now. But I do have the Packers coming in at number 4. Look, I don't know who's catching the football for this team. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers knows who's catching the football for this team. But as you pointed out, the running game's looking good. And who's ever out there catching these balls, like all you got to do is put your hands up. Aaron Rodgers is going to hit you with the football. Just don't drop it. They're going to make it work. And the Packer defense is looking great. I got them at number 4. At number 3, I've got the Buffalo Bills. Just like you, Chris, Josh Allen can do it all. Only thing is, they don't necessarily need them to do it all. They got to find a running game because much like everyone always says, well, what about Lamar running and getting hurt? Well, you know what? Josh Allen takes some shots, bro, and you don't want your franchise quarterback taking some of the licks that Josh Allen has. So find a running back, even if it's by committee, but get the ball into some of these other guys' hands so Josh doesn't have to take all this punishment. Coming in at number 2, you might be right. This might be the best team, but I have the Chiefs at number 2 right now. Mahomes is just, the dude is special, right? He does things. I always say Aaron Rodgers makes passes I've never seen anybody make, but Mahomes makes plays. They're just like, like the spin move. He hit the spin button. He could have dove. He could have ran out of bounds, but he found a CHE in the back of the end zone with a little. Remember Jeff McGinnis that used to play in the NBA, Brockman? He used to have a little running teardrop that was just unstoppable. It's kind of what Mahomes did. He hit a little teardrop. What are you going to do to stop this team? He's got 11 touchdowns. Only 2 have gone to wide receivers. That means everybody on the field is in play. Good luck. And then the goal line play with the direct snap. Good luck stopping these guys, man. I don't even know how you do that. But number one, it just makes me sick to say it. This team, I turned into Stephen A. Smith talking about the Cowboys when I talk about this team. But the number one, I'm going to leave the Eagles in there. They're undefeated. They're balling. They're dangerous. Their draft was great. They're looking good. I said to sit Miles Sanders, and he obviously saw that because he took it personally like Michael Jordan. He balled out. If that running game, Chris, is going to look like it did last week, I don't know what you're going to do to stop these Eagles. But that's Brockman's Power 5. That's my Power 5. How about you? Let us know.